All right, good morning, everyone. So welcome back. Oh, hold on. Give me, Zoom is popping up something. There we go. I think we're good. There's so many updates in Zoom lately. All right, so welcome. Let's get started for our morning yoga. And if you do have like a yoga, like I use a tie, or you have a yoga strap or a belt from a bathrobe could work. Anything like that. I'll show you today how you can use a belt to help you with some of your postures. And you don't have to have a belt. It's fine. You can modify. But if you want to grab something like that and just have it handy, you can do that. Okay. So let's go ahead in our comfortable seated posture. You can always stretch out your legs if you're not comfortable sitting up to sitting cross-legged on the floor. And just close your eyes for a moment and take a nice deep breath. In and out through the nose. And just focus on your posture. You want to lengthen from the base of the spine, up the back, through the neck, through the top of your head. And relax down through the forehead, around your eyes, relax your jaw. Relax any tension in your shoulders, down the arms to the fingertips. And relax the upper back, your chest, your lungs, your heart center, down through the abdomen, through the lower back, from the hips, down the legs to the feet and toes. And inhale and exhale deeply. And just count for a moment the length of your inhale. Count again the length of your exhale. See if you can even out your breath. It's a good way to center and quiet your mind is to focus on your breathing. Helps you to be present in the moment. Good. With your next exhale, let your chin come forward, hang your head down. Bring your chest up towards your chin and just hold for a moment. And roll your head to one side. So let the ear hang towards your shoulder and just relax your jaw. And now around to the back, let your head go back. And let's go over to the other side. And bring your head back down to the front. Just take your time, do a few circles, maybe 3 circles to each side. Inhale as you roll to the back. Exhale as you come back to the front. And just do the same number of circles on each side. Okay, when you're done with neck rolls, let your head hang down. Just clasp the hands together, lay them gently on the back of your head. Add a little weight to the stretch and hold. Good. Bring your head back up to center. One hand on the head, the other one on the leg. Gently draw your ear towards your shoulder and hold. Good. Let's do the other side. And bring your head back to center, slowly open your eyes. All right, let's look back and forth, side to side. One more time. Good, bring your head back to center. All right, arms by the side, inhale, reach out and up and stretch. Inhale, extend the palms up, and then exhale to one side. Inhale as you come up, exhale over. Inhale and exhale. Good, bring yourself back to center, draw back slightly with those arms and stretch. And let's let the fingertips touch. Inhale, as you exhale, let your arms come out and down. Go ahead and clasp your hands behind your back, roll your shoulders back, and stretch. Good, and then relax, reach forward, let your fingertips touch your shoulders. We'll make some nice big circles. And change direction. Good, and relax. Go ahead and stretch your legs out, flex your feet a little bit, rock the feet in and out, get some circulation back to your knees. All right, I'm actually going to have a start on our back. I want to loosen up the back before we move on and do some standing postures. So if you're on a hard surface, feel free to use your blanket or towel underneath you for some extra padding. And I'm going to have you come down onto your back. And when you do that, you always want to bring your knees into your chest. Okay, so that you come down gently. And clasp your hands across your legs or just hold on to each knee. And I want you to rock gently from left to right, side to side. Take a nice deep breath here. And just relax all that tension down your back through the spine. I want you to notice how you're feeling, right? If there's some tension in your lower or middle or upper back, just pay attention to that. Good, now you're gonna hug those knees in, so you're pulling them in and then roll them out away from you, like you're drawing a big circle with your knees. And this massages down into that tailbone area. Let's change direction. Take a nice deep breath here. Relax. Good. Now place your feet down on the mat so the knees are bent, and I want you to put one foot on either edge of the mat so the feet are nice and wide, and let your right knee drop down towards your left foot and just hold for a moment. You're going to feel that right across the upper thigh. You might feel it in your hip and lower back a little bit. I feel it also in my knee. And then we're going to switch. So drop the other knee down and hold. Good. Let's go back and forth. One knee drop. And then the other knee. Back and forth. Side to side. Good. And let your knees come back to center. Put your feet hip distance. Right, and let's start by drawing the right knee in. You're going to clasp your hands across that knee, pull that leg in, and then let's rotate the ankle. So make a nice big circle with your foot. And let's change direction. Good. Clasp your hands behind your leg, extend your legs straight up, push out through the heel. Just hold for a moment. Good. Bend that right knee, and now you're going to take your or lay your right ankle across your left knee. Right ankle is resting on your left knee. Put your right hand on your right leg and just gently bounce your knee away from you. So we're starting to loosen up the hip a little bit. It's gentle rocking movement. And we're going to go one step further with this stretch. And I want you to bring the legs in towards the chest. Take your right hand, put it through the legs. So you can either clasp your hands behind that left thigh or across the left shin, whatever feels comfortable for you. You want your head and shoulders to be comfortable on the mat. And then just slowly start to draw your leg in. Now we're just warming up, so your hip's going to feel a little tight, so that's okay. Just take your time. If it feels good to rock a little bit from left to right, you can do that. Let's take a couple of deep breaths here. Good. And undo the legs, place the right foot down onto the mat, clasp your hands across that left knee and draw your left leg all the way into the chest and make a big circle with your left foot. Rotate that ankle. And change direction. Clasp your hands behind that left leg, extend your legs straight up, push out through the heel and hold. Good, and relax. Bend that left knee, place that left ankle across your right knee, put your left hand on your leg, and just gently kind of bounce or rock that leg. Loosen up the hip. Good, and then let's bring the legs in, and you're going to put your left hand through the legs, clasp your hands behind the leg or across that right shin and just hold. Good. We can walk a little bit from side to side. And just notice how you feel. Right? If your hip feels a little tight, you can imagine as you're inhaling and exhaling that it softens and relaxes just a little bit more. Good, and we're going to undo the legs, place your feet back down into the mat. So let's have the feet hip distance, arms just rest by your sides. And press your back into the mat, press your feet down firmly, and raise your hips up into a nice bridge posture and just hold, keeping the big toes pressed into the mat. Right, so your feet and knees don't fall out to the side. Your toes are pointing straight ahead and just hold. Inhale, as you exhale, roll down slowly, one vertebra at a time. And drop the knees into your chest and relax your back. Good, feet on the mat, hip distance apart. Press your back into the mat, press your feet down, raise your hips up. Nice bridge posture, hold. Inhale, as you exhale, roll down slowly, one vertebra at a time. Go ahead and draw your knees back into your chest. Relax your back. Good. Before we come up from this posture, we're going to do a twist on the floor. So I want you to open your arms out wide. Shift a little bit. So open your arms out and let's drop the legs to the left, all the way down to the floor. So let your feet rest on the floor as well. Don't hold them up. Let your knees relax. Now your right shoulder might come up a little bit. So I want you to turn your head and look out over your right hand and see if you can bring that shoulder down. Okay, it doesn't matter if the knees touch the floor. We want the shoulder to be relaxed. Then you can take your left hand, place on your right knee, and gently draw down on the legs if you want to increase the stretch. And just hold for a moment and take a breath here. Inhale and exhale deeply. Good, and then bring your knees up to center. Let's go over to the other side. So you're gonna let your legs fall to the right, turn your head, look out towards your left hand, and you can place your right hand down on your knee if you like and draw down. And just hold. Inhale and exhale deeply. Good, and let your knees come back to center. All right, I'm going to bring you up to a seated posture. So you could do two variations. You can either roll to your side and use your hands to kind of help you sit up, or you can hold onto the back of your legs, swing your feet, and rock yourself up. So you've got two ways of coming up to seated posture. And then from here, I'm actually going to have you just turn right over onto the hands and knees. Again, if you're on a hard surface, I would use a blanket or towel under your knees. And let's do a few of our cat and dog tail stretches. So our fingers are spread wide, palms are flat onto the mat underneath the shoulders. You're going to tuck your chin in, round your back and shoulders as you exhale, stretch, and then arch your back, look up as you inhale. Exhale. Good. And you should feel that stretch through your abdomen when you look up, and then through the lower back as you exhale. Okay, with your next exhale, bring your hips to your heels, forehead to the mat, reach all the way out through your fingertips and stretch. Just relax for a moment in this half tortoise posture. All right, we're going to do our downward dog. So hands should be just a little bit wider than the shoulders. For me, it's the small finger coming towards the edge of the mat. Fingers and palms are flat on the mat, spread wide. You're going to come up onto your hands and knees, let your toes curl under, and then gently stretch back. Keep your knees soft, slightly bent. Keep lifting your hips towards the ceiling, pressing your chest back towards your thighs. Nice strong arms. So we're going to build up some strength as well. And now you can bend one knee, push the opposite heel to your mat, and alternate your legs back and forth, doing the runner stretch. Good. Let's bring the shoulders forward, knees to the mat, and we're going to stretch our hips out. This is one of my favorite postures. Bring your right knee forward, turn your heel in. So my right heel is near my left hip bone. Stretch your left leg back even deeper. Inhale as you look forward and get a nice stretch. And then as you exhale, come on down. And you can either rest like this on your forearms or bring your forehead all the way down and just relax. And take a deep breath. Inhale and exhale deeply. If it feels good to rock a little bit from side to side, you can add that variation in. Good, and go ahead and bring your chest up, hands firmly on the mat, and let's take it back into the downward dog. So just step it back and stretch. Good, and let the shoulders come forward, knees down to the mat. Let's slide this left knee up, turn your heel in, stretch your right leg back. This is called the half pigeon pose. Inhale as you look forward and stretch, and then exhale as you come on down. Rest your forehead down into your forearms and relax for a moment. All right, bring yourself back up, hands on the mat. We're going to step it back again into your downward dog and stretch. Let's bring the shoulders forward, knees touch down to the mat, hips back to the heels. Relax and stretch out that lower back. You can even rock a little bit from side to side. Good. We're going to add a little twist to this. So come up onto your hands and knees, and I want you to sit back towards your left heel and then twist and reach over to your right. And this is a really good stretch for getting into that lower back all on that left side, and just hold and breathe 2 and 3 and 4. Good. Come up onto the hands and knees, switch over, sit towards that right heel and twist over, reach over to the left and stretch. And 2, 3, and 4. Good, and come back up onto the hands and knees. All right, we're going to sit back onto the heels, and you can curl your toes under to stretch your feet, your arches. You can sit right on your heels there for a moment. And then from here, let's come on up to a standing posture. You can just move your blanket or towel off to the side. I'm just going to adjust slightly so you see what I'm doing. All right. So feet about hip distance in our standing pose, hands on the hips, knees are relaxed or soft. You're going to lean forward, roll around to the back as you inhale. Exhale back to the front. Just following the breath. And let's change direction. Good. Come right back to center. Inhale. As you exhale, let's fold down into the front bend and stretch. Rock gently from side to side. Relax your back. Good. Bend your knees. Let yourself come down into your squat. So bring yourself down. And back into your front bend. Good. Back down to a squat. Good. Back into your front bend. And let's bring the chest up, hands to the hips. Inhale as you come on back. Good. Support your back. So you can put your heel of your hands right underneath the rib cage. Feet about hip distance. Just going to lift through the chest, gently lean back. A bit of a standing back stretch and back up to center. And then we're going to bring the feet closer. So either the toes will touch or be an inch or two apart, arms slightly out to the side. Inhale, reach out and up. Stretch, reach to the ceiling. Exhale, lean to one side. Stretch, inhale as you come up. Exhale over to your half moon. Inhale to center, exhale. Inhale. Good, back to center. Inhale, exhale, front bend. And fold, hands on the front of your legs. Inhale, draw your chest forward. Exhale as you fold. And then inhale, reach and come on up, all the way up. And then bring your hands right back to the heart. We're just gonna do that a few times. I'll angle a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. Inhale, reach up. And stretch. Exhale as you fold. And then hands on the legs. You're gonna stretch out that lower back. Inhale, exhale as you fold. And then inhale, reach. Come on up and exhale. And it's back to the heart. Good. Let's do that a few times. Inhale, reach up. Exhale. Chest forward. You're going just a little deeper with each stretch. Body's starting to kind of warm up, loosen up. Good. Let's do one more. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hold. Draw the chest forward, inhale. And exhale. Reach and come on. Just pause. All right. So if you have a belt, tie, a bathrobe belt works, or a small towel. I'm just using literally a tie. Anything like that, I'm going to show you how to do a shoulder stretch where you can add this in. So I'm going to face the same direction as you. You're going to hold on to the belt with your right hand. Go ahead and reach up towards the ceiling and bend at the elbow. So the palm is facing your back. Take your left hand, touch that elbow, and just gently raise the elbow up. Just gently raise it up and then draw it back slightly. That will add to the stretch. And then you're going to reach up behind you with your left hand and you're going to reach for that belt. Go ahead and look forward. Okay, so you're going to look straight ahead and hold. 2. Just soften into that stretch. 3, 4. Good. Inhale as you exhale, go ahead and let your arm come down. You can kind of swing your arms, relax your shoulders. Let's do the other side. So hold on to the belt with this left hand, reach up towards the ceiling, bend at the elbow, the palm faces your back. You're going to take your right hand, lightly touch this elbow, draw that elbow up and back, and then let's reach up with your right hand and hold on to that belt. Go ahead and look forward, stretch. Nice deep breath, 2, 3, 4. Good. And then inhale as you exhale, bring that left arm down and kind of relax your shoulders. We'll do one more stretch. You're going to hold on to the belt with both hands. So the hands are next to your sides, holding onto the belt behind. I'm going to angle a little bit. So you want your feet about hip distance apart here. You're going to fold into your front bend. And then as you fold, raise your arms up behind your back. And you can even widen your hands on that belt if you want. Okay. Getting a shoulder stretch here. So just raise your hands. Keep your knees soft. Don't lock your knees when you're in your front bend. Otherwise, you'll get lightheaded. So keep your knees soft and just hold. Open those shoulders. Good. And we're going to lower the arms, and then you can just drop that belt to the floor. I want you to hold on to your right calf or ankle and draw your head towards that knee in that direction. Hold on to your left leg. Do the same thing and stretch. Good. Come back to center. You're going to bend your knees, reach to the floor in front of you, and come down into your squat. Go ahead and get yourself down. Good. And then from here, you're going to sit down onto the mat. And stretch your legs out in front of you. Rock your feet in and out, side to side. Good. I'm just going to adjust my camera a little bit so that you can see me better in a small space. All right. Okay. So let's do some floor exercises now. Okay. We're going to start. You can do either leg. I just want you to tuck one leg in and have the other leg out to the side. So we're going to get this nice inner thigh stretch here. All right. So what I want you to do is take your hand, the opposite hand, and reach over to your bent leg. Right? So the hand that's on the straight leg side, reach over to the bent leg. And then inhale and reach up, and exhale, stretch all the way out. You're reaching kind of for the wall. Some of you might actually touch their toes. It doesn't matter if you touch the toes or not. I just want you to stretch and feel that stretch all on that opposite side. And 2. Nice deep breath. 3. 4. Good. Inhale, turn your palm upward. Inhale, reach and come on up. Exhale, let your arm come down. Good. Let's switch sides. So tuck your heel in, stretch your leg out. Take the arm with the straight leg, place it onto the bent leg. Inhale as you reach up. Exhale as you stretch out. And breathe. 2. 3. And 4. And then inhale, reach and come on up. Exhale, let your arm come down. Good. All right, we're going to open both legs out. In this posture, you want to sit up real tall. So if you fall back a little bit in the posture, use your folded blanket or towel. Put it right, or pillow. Put it right underneath your hips. Okay. So sit on that blanket. Sit up nice and tall. Inhale as you exhale, lean into the stretch. And I find that moving from side to side, so stretch over one leg and then slowly stretch over the other leg, that's going to help you to relax into the posture, make it easier to stretch back and forth. Come back to center. You can come down into that stretch and hold. Good. And then go ahead and bring yourself up. And let's draw those feet in. So you're going to bring the soles of the feet together into a nice butterfly pose and bounce your knees a little bit. All right, from here, we're going to stretch forward. So there's a couple of variations. You could put your thumb on the inside of your feet and kind of open your feet out. Press or let your elbows rest on your calves if you want. You could also just put your hands very gently on the knees and gently pressing down as you lean forward. You can also just stretch out in front of you, whatever feels comfortable for you in this posture. And breathe. Now, when the hips are tight, sometimes that also we clench our teeth, right? I want you to relax your jaw in this posture. Good. Go ahead and bring your chest up. Help those knees up and in, and then stretch your legs out in front of you. Okay. Rocking your feet in and out will also help to relax those hip flexors. Good. So now let's do an opposite stretch, and you can do the variation where you tuck one leg under and the other leg crosses on top. If that is not comfortable for your legs, you can keep that bottom leg straight. You can just do this. You can just take one leg over the straight one. Okay. But if you can tuck both legs in, it's okay if the legs are more open. If you can't quite get one knee on top of the other, that's okay. You're still going to get a really good stretch. So just find a variation that works for you. Sit up tall, inhale, exhale as you lean forward. And this gets into the buttocks and hip area, into the piriformis muscle. This can help prevent problems with sciatica, which is a pinched nerve that goes from the buttock all the way down the leg. All right, this will stretch that out. So just hold. Good. And then go ahead and bring yourself up and let's do the other side. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing on this side. We're going to tuck one leg under, cross the other leg over, or you might be doing the straight leg variation. Okay. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale as you lean forward. Breathe. Good. And then go ahead and bring yourself up and undo your legs. Stretch your legs out in front of you. Just kind of rock your feet in and out. Let's do a seated front bend. So this is where you could use your belt again if you like. You can kind of loop it around your feet. Sit up nice and tall. Inhale as you exhale, lean forward. And you can use that belt to help you flex your feet and stretch forward if you like. Some of you might reach for the feet. You might not need the belt. I want you to lengthen through your lower back, drawing your chest forward with each exhale. Breathe. That's about 3 breaths. 4. Good. And bring your chest up. Just set your belt to the side. Good. So before we go onto our backs, we're going to do a strengthening for the stomach and the lower back. We'll do what's called the boat pose. So with this one, you can clasp your hands underneath your legs, sit up nice and tall. Pretend that there's a string attached to your chest all the way to the ceiling. So it keeps you lifted. You're not going to cave in like this, okay? And then I want you to balance by lifting your feet an inch or two. It also helps to look up to where the wall and ceiling come together. So if it helps you to look up, do that. And you're going to balance. If you want to go deeper into the posture, you can raise your feet a little bit higher, but you need to maintain keeping your chest lifted. Shoulders are back. You're not hunching. You're staying very relaxed. Full variation is the legs are straight and the arms are out to the side. You have to hold. You could do any of those 3 variations that I just showed you. Good. And we're going to relax. I want you to stretch your legs out. Fold into your front bend. Good. Bring yourself up. Maybe rock those feet in and out. Relax your hips because it also tightens in here. So we want to relax that area. Let's do that one more time. You can pick any variation. So you're going to start by lifting through the chest and balancing. All right. See if you can raise your feet up into a 90-degree angle. If you want to do the full variation, extend your legs straight up. You can release your hands and hold. And 2, 3, one more breath, and 4. Good, and relax. All right, we're going to come down onto our backs. So go ahead and draw your knees in, relax onto your back. Nice deep breath, rock a little bit from side to side. After doing that boat posture, we want to do an opposite stretch, which would be our bridge posture. So go ahead and put your feet down onto the mat, arms by the sides, and this will feel good in the hip flexor and lower back area. Raise your hips up into a nice bridge pose and just hold. Breathe. Inhale as you exhale, roll down slowly. Draw your knees back up into your chest and relax your back. rock a little bit from side to side. All right, let's do one more twist. We did one earlier where we have the knees together and we roll to the side. That's the easiest variation. So if you have any tension in your lower back, you want an easy stretch, just keep your knees together and go to the side. But if you want to increase the stretch, I want you to take your right leg, cross it over the left one. So if you were sitting in a chair, you just crossed your legs, open your arms out, and you're going to let those legs go to your left. And you'll notice that when you cross the legs, it might bring your shoulder up a little bit more. So I want you to turn your head, look out towards your right hand, try to draw that shoulder towards the floor. And then you could take your left hand and place it on the knee and very gently draw down. Go ahead and close your eyes. We're going to start our relaxation in our spinal twist. So close your eyes, take a deep breath, just relax. Inhale and exhale deeply. Good. And you're going to gently bring those knees back up. We're going to do the other side. So cross your left leg over, keep your knees tucked in, go to your right, reach out to that left arm and stretch. You want to look out towards your left hand. You can even close your eyes if you'd like. Take a deep breath. Inhale and exhale deeply. Slowly untwist. Bring yourself back to center. Draw those knees in one more time. Relax your back. And now stretch yourself all the way down onto the floor. Let your arms rest by your sides with the palms facing upward. You can rock your feet in and out a few times. Let your feet fall out to the sides. Let your head rock gently from side to side. Eyes are closed softly. Take a deep breath. In and out through your nose. And relax from the top of the head all the way down the body. Relaxing through the face, relax your jaw. Relax through the neck and shoulders all the way down to your fingertips. Relax through the upper back, your chest and lungs, your heart center, through the abdomen, through the lower back. Relax your hips and pelvis all the way down the legs, your feet and the toes. And just focus on your breathing. Count to yourself the length of your inhale. Count again the length of your exhale. We're just going to relax for a few moments, focusing on your breathing. Inhale and exhale deeply. And now slowly start to bring your awareness back to your body just by moving your fingers and your toes. course, if you'd like to stay and relax longer, you certainly can do that. But if you are ready to come out of your relaxation, just gently pull your knees into your chest and relax your back. And then you can just roll to your side. And when you feel ready, you can bring yourself up slowly to a seated posture. And we'll end the Hatha Yoga exercise portion of the class by bringing the hands to the heart for a moment. It's always fun to set an intention for the day. What kind of day do you want to have? Maybe it's just a day filled with joy or happiness, an easy day. Good. Eyes are open. Namaste. Right. So I want to wish you a really great day. Those of you that are going to get started here, I will be sure to have the PD coordinator put the link into PD. I think today it might have shown up as the last day, but it's not the last day. I'm going to keep doing yoga Thursday mornings all through spring. So you can just put a hold in your calendar. It should be this exact same link every week. That's what I have in my calendar, so you can always join in. And then I do send over the attendance list to the PD portal as well, so you can get professional development credit towards these hours. All right. So I wish you a good day. If you want to stay, I like to take the last 10 or 15 minutes to do a meditation. So if you are free and you want to stay for that, please do. All right. So for the meditation portion, I like to have a thick blanket. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day. I like to sit on a thicker blanket because my hips end up getting tight. And so that can be the challenge with meditation, is just being comfortable, right? So you're going to have to experiment with that. If you're in meditation and your leg is falling asleep or it's uncomfortable, it's okay to stretch your leg out and just continue to focus on your breathing. I do recommend trying to sit for about 15 to 20 minutes. That's usually about how long it can take for your mind to kind of quiet down and your body to settle. What you're doing is you're essentially going into like a nice deep relaxation, but in a seated posture, so you're not going to fall asleep. Okay. And as your breath slows down, you'll notice that the thoughts in the mind start to quiet and aren't quite as busy. Okay. So we're going to use a breathing technique to help take us into our relaxation pose. Sometimes I do the alternate nostril breathing. Today we're going to do what's called Matrika Pranayama, and we're going to use the hand for counting. So you can use either the left or right hand. So you're going to count with your fingers. So when your thumb and the tip of your first finger touch, that's a 1. And then you move your thumb down to that first knuckle, that would be 2. The next knuckle is 3. And where the finger and the hand come together, that's 4. Go to the next finger, that's 5, 6, 7, 8. The ring finger is 9, 10, 11, 12. The small finger is 13, 14, 15, 16. So you get a count of 16 on one hand, and it will take you about 5 minutes. So if you can sit for 15 minutes, do 5 minutes of your pranayama, that will help take you into a nice deep relaxation. And then you will continue with your meditation in a few different ways. You can continue to count the length of your inhale and exhale if that helps. You can also just listen to the sound, like I have a fan on in my room. So kind of zoning into the sound works for me. You might just want to focus on the third eye or the point, like even the crown center. So eyes are closed and let your gaze go upward. That might help you to focus. You could use a mantra. So as you're inhaling, you think the sound so, and as you're exhaling, you think the sound hum. And it's just the sound of the breath. giving you all these tools. So with that, let's go ahead and start with the breathing. We call that pranayama in yoga. So just close your eyes softly and take a nice deep breath. You're breathing in and out through the nose, your jaw is relaxed, your lips are lightly touching. And then use your hand, either one, to start your counting. And you'll touch the thumb and the tip of your first finger together, and that will be one full breath. And if you want to even count the length of your inhale and exhale, you certainly can do that. And then you move the finger to the next knuckle for your second breath. And I want you to do that for a total of 16 breaths.